Hi everyone, it's Leslie M. Thornton. How are you? I just wanted to share today about 3 conversations that I had yesterday that just lit me up. It had been like a week since I had gotten back from Tasmania, and so I hadn't been talking on the phone with my regular scheduled appointments the way that I'm used to doing, and it just like reminds me of how much I love what I do and meeting with people and having those conversations that are just so real and so fun and so like authentic. The first conversation I had was with a friend who I met from way back in 2010 when I was studying abroad in Oaxaca, Mexico, and it was so nice to catch up with her. And one part stood out to me where she asked me, because this woman has traveled all over the world. She's fluent in Spanish. She's done all the AmeriCorps and Peace Corps kind of stuff, and just this amazing woman. Now she teaches ESL and the whole thing. And she was saying to me, like, how do you go about sharing with other people about your traveling? She was like, because I find that I can't really fully express or describe or give justice to the type of people that I've met on my travels, or the experiences, or the why and the how, of all of that kind of stuff. And my response to her was, all I know how to share about is my personal experience. It feels like that's the only thing that is true and authentic. Like, I could study all the facts about Australia. I have a lot of people that ask me, why Melbourne? Are you going to stay there? What do you like about it? All that kind of stuff. And, asking for the factual information. I do know some of that stuff, but what I really can speak to is how I feel and my experience. There was a guy that I met up in Brisbane, which is about halfway up the coast of Eastern Australia, who loves America. And he said to me, why here? Why would you come to Australia when you're from America? Like, America's so much better and the whole thing. And I went to this workshop in Bali, and there's this guy that gave this leadership talk, and he was saying how the definition of culture is a feeling. It's just how you feel. And that's the only way that I know how to describe why I'm in Melbourne and why I'm choosing Melbourne as my place to live, is just because as soon as I got here, I just felt like expansive. I felt peaceful. I felt like everything opened up. I met all of the right people at seemingly all of the right times. Like, it just felt like easy. And there's a woman who I actually met who used to live in Melbourne, and she moved to Italy, and her dream was to live in Tuscany, but she was in Florence for one reason or another for a while, and she was like, struggling, like it wasn't working for her there. And then I guess her daughter one day said to her, like, Mom, you haven't gotten to where you wanted to go yet, though. Like, you wanted to go to Tuscany. Like, don't come home until you at least go to Tuscany, So then she went to Tuscany, and she said, like, everything just opened up for her there as well. Like, everything just got easy. She felt this sense of ease. Everything started working. And so, yeah, I really trust in that vibration of just like, yeah, where are things just like The Surrender Experiment, my favorite book by Michael Singer. Just like when you just surrender and let things happen and like whatever, like, and the more that you're honoring your own truth of where do I want to be, what do I want to do, and sometimes you don't know. I mean, my way of getting to Melbourne was just through like meeting other people who just kept telling me like, oh, you belong in Melbourne, like your vibe is so Melbourne, like you would love it there. Like, I didn't know, so like I just trusted it, you know what I mean? And that was something else that I was thinking about really speaking to, is that sometimes in life you really know for sure what it is that you want. You can go after it. And sometimes in life we might not. We might need to trust other people to kind of guide us or like lead us. And we kind of take a little bit of risk and say, all right, well, what else do I have to lose? So yeah, a little bit on that, and just, yeah, to bring it all the way home with that conversation. And I'll do another video on the other ones and what came out of that. Authenticity and just like your own experience, and knowing that you're enough and you have so much to give just by your sharing your own story, your own truth. There is nothing else. Dr. Joe Dispenza did all of this work on studying spontaneous remissions of diseases, and of all of these people who spontaneously remissed from whatever disease that they had or cancer, the one thing they all had in common was that whatever treatment that they chose, they 100% believed that that was going to cure them. And and put all of their faith into, having that treatment be what cures them, to completely surrender, to let go. So maybe the topic of this video is surrender. So that's the thing, is just like, if you share your story and other people resonate with it and they believe you, like, because it worked for you and your vibe is their vibe, like, that's our service to the world, guys, is like, share your story no matter what it is. Don't worry about being right or wrong or having the facts right. Like, be you, share it. It's so valuable. That's what this world is coming to. Everyone's voice matters. Everyone's story is for something. It's not for everyone, but please share your story.